Hi everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Stamping. Today's date is Monday, November the 24th, 2025, and I've got a really fun project to share with you that's easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Just before I do that, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you who donated for Kits for Kids. So we have collected over 22 Stampin' Up! Kits for kids for Santa Does Anonymous, and I am dropping them off tomorrow. So excited to be sharing that, and really you were so generous, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It just makes me happy. So those of you who don't know me, I am Lillian with Stamper's Niche, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Alberta, Canada, where we had blue skies, crisp weather, and a little bit of ice out there. No snow though right now, so that's good. Let's go down to my desktop, and thank you for taking a moment. Well, let's just change the view here. Taking a moment to say hi and letting me know you're here, even if you are watching the replay. It really is lovely if you let us know that you're here. It just makes the world of difference. So I never can tell what my phone is going to do, but we will make this work just like this. So I've already thanked you about the kits, and I wanted to just mention a couple of other things here. You can find, I'm just getting my computer going, you can find all these products that I talk about when I'm demonstrating Facebook Live right here at my website. So if you're ever wondering, where can I find that? It's going to be on my website. All right, just a little heads up. The 2-for-1 class that I have been talking about, I accidentally made an extra kit. So that being said, I have one extra kit, so you can register for that class at tinyurl.com/2-for-1 class, and it'll be first come, first serve. So what happens in that class is you get the video, the PDF, which is the project sheet, and you also get the video tutorial. You will get these stickers and these embellishments, half a package of each, and then you will get all of these projects. And for each project, one will be a Christmas card, and that's that, and then one will be an all occasion card, like that. So, for example, one of the cards, like I show you a template, and then I show you the Christmas card, show you how to make the Christmas card, and everything is in there that you need, and everything except the stamping is done for you. And then this is the another occasion. So this was a sympathy card. So the same layout, 2 different cards, and you get 4 because there's a bonus project. So if you want to take that kit, let me know right away because it's up for grabs. So let's see what else I have. Oh yes, the new mini catalog. So as you can see, mine is already got lots of tags on it. This is coming, it will be available January, but you can reserve your copy right now. So if you reserve your copy, there's where you need to go, or you can click on that QR code right there. So I'm taking reservations for that catalog right now. And then tomorrow is a red letter day. We have our first ever Stampin' Up! Black Friday sale. So what does that mean? It means that you get to save money and shop from home. You don't have to go brave the crowds. So what's on sale? This is what I know so far. So there's 40% off of your stamping blends, your paper trimmer and blades. I am going to be getting some blades for sure. From the 40% off of the ink bundles. So you can get the inks individually or you can get the bundle together. So if you get a bundle, it's 40% off. 25% off select adhesives, and 15% off select cardstock. So how do you know what's going to be on sale? Go to my website tomorrow morning, and then you will be able to see. Just click on Shop Now and then click on Specials. This is all I know right now. So I will be doing the same thing as you. And remember, products are only available while supplies last, and they will likely arrive in time for Christmas. There's no guarantee, but the chances are pretty high that they will be there in time for Christmas. So I'm seeing that somebody has snow. Is that you, Maggie? Do you have snow? I am sorry there about that. And Catherine, cold is coming there. Oh my. I feel for you guys. We were bundled up. I actually had to cover my ears today. You need the blends. So do I. Look at this one here. I kind of mangled it. So I think I need to replace that. And I have some that are starting to dry up because I've been using them. So there is that. Now, the last thing I want to share before we go into tonight's project is about my special, about the Advent kit. The Advent, Stampin' Up's Advent kit, you get this stamp set here, and then you get the Advent kit. And when you open it up, it's huge, and you get all these 12 doors to open, and everything coordinates. It all works together, and it's not Christmassy. As you can see by the stamp set, it's all occasion, and everything in here will be all occasion. And I actually happen to have an extra one. So what I am doing from now until the end of November, for every $50 you spend, before shipping and handling and rewards and all that stuff, it gives you an entry into the draw for this Advent kit. So people have been taking advantage of that already, so it's really neat to see. So what if you spend $100? You would get 2 entries. $150, you would get 3 entries. So if you can combine this with the Black Friday sale, you're sailing, right? You're cooking with gas, as they say. All righty, let's take a look at what we're working with tonight. We are working with the Ornamental Christmas Bundle again. We've worked with this one before, but we're going to just focus in on this shape right here, the tree shape. So these are the dies right here. We've got 2 different kinds of stars, and you can see my Get Acquainted sheet here, but we're going to focus in on this. So this is a really easy card to make, and I'm going to put that to the side here, and then I'm going to show you how you can take this design that I'm sharing with you tonight and alter it slightly and make it a Christmas or a birthday card or something like that. So let's bring in our paper. We're going to be making a slimline card tonight, so I wanted to show you how to cut it. This is a piece of regular cardstock, so it is 8.5 by 11. Now we want to cut it to 7 by 8.5. So this is 8.5 already here. We're going to cut this down at 7. So we're going to do that right there. This is thick basic white because we wanted it nice and sturdy. And then we're going to score it in half at 3.5. So I'm going to get that out of the way. And this is the 7-inch side. We're putting it at 3.5, and we're going to score just like that. And I actually like to use my bone folder to do that. So now we have that like that. So we'll get that going in a minute. Then with the piece that is left, we're going to cut it to 3.25 by 8.25. So let's do that. 3.25. We'll cut that first. Eight and a quarter. Whoops, I covered it all up. 3.25 by 8.25. Like that. We'll bring those out of the way. And this is going to make the layer on top of the card. So we'll bring this back in, and I'm going to use, I like to use the edges of my trimmer to help line everything up, and we'll just score that. So can you imagine? This paper trimmer is 40% off, and to me, it is the best paper trimmer ever. And then the blades are 40% off. You get 4 blades in a package. I'm down to my last one, and I need to replace it. So I have this out so that I do add it to my list tomorrow. So these two are going to go together like that eventually. Now, I wanted to put something interesting in the background here, so I'm going to bring a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to bring the tree stamp and Versamark ink. So if I'm doing Versamark ink, I need to use my embossing buddy, right? So I'm going to just use my embossing buddy all over the back here. That's why I always store them together, because I forget that embossing buddy otherwise. And I'm going to just randomly stamp willy-nilly all over the place this tree. Now you might have difficulties even seeing it, but it's going to create a really neat background, but it's going to be subtle. Goodness, I can't even see where I'm stamping myself. There, well, I think, no, let's just see. Okay. We've got it like that. And if I pick it up, I can see where it is sort of close enough. And I'm going to bring in my clear embossing powder and just sprinkle it all over and heat that up. And it's going to just create a clear, shiny background. So if you're wanting to just, you think, oh, my card needs a little bit of extra something, but I don't know what, this might be exactly what you want. Let me just see. I can start to see where it's going now. Missed some in the middle. And I think I've caught all of the places I stamped. I'm just going to heat this up. Well, first of all, I'm going to put the scraps into there, and I'm going to put the lid on, because more than once I have sent that flying. I'm going to heat up the heat tool here. We're just going to melt that powder, and it's going to become raised and shiny. Okay, it's starting to turn now. Just going to take a minute. I thought of doing this before the video, but I thought, oh, I wanted you to see the process here. Oh, Linda, you like slimline cards? So do I, and I don't know why I forget about them sometimes. We'll have to keep sharing ideas for them. Now let's see, is it shiny everywhere, or do I need to heat some more up? I think I've got it. Give it a minute to cool and just kind of run my fingers over. Yep, it looks good. So I don't know if you can see, but it's created a background, we've got shiny trees in the background. And that's all we wanted to do. And this is about all we have left, which would make a great, to put our greeting on or something like that. So we'll put that to the side. Now what I've done is I have cut out a whole bunch of the trees in neutral colors. So I've got very vanilla, I've got white, I've got basic beige, and then I've embossed some of them. So I've got, oh, there's another plain one. So I've used a variety of embossing folders. I've just whatever sort of struck my fancy. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to put plain ones on the outside like this. And then we're just going to keep going. So we'll put, oh, this one here, and maybe this one here, and this one here. These other plain ones are for the inside. And then this one here. So all we've done is taken the one shape to make it interesting. We've done some embossing on some of them, not all of them. These two are going to be for the inside, so I'm going to put them over there. And that's basically what we're going to do, but I want to put it on dimensionals. So let's just flip that over and put some dimensionals on. And I'm going to run the dimensionals down the center because they're going to overlap so much. I don't want the dimensionals to get in the way. So we'll go a couple here, couple here, like that. So keeping it nice and centered. And I'm going to switch over here. And I'm not going to put any on the white one, the one that's going to be in the sort of the focal point, because I want to wait and see. So bring my little tray in for my backings, and I'm not going to press this down right now. I am going to just rest them till I figure that they're all in position. So we'll start, I always start with my outside and work my way in. So there, I'm looking at trying to make sure they're about the same. You can see why I don't press them down. I can still rearrange. So I'm looking, same borders here, here, and here. Looks not too bad. And then I'm going to overlap. So that's why I kept my dimensionals in the middle. All neutrals. It just was so peaceful. Whoops, is that the one? Yeah, that's the one I wanted. It's so peaceful. I saw a European demonstrator do something similar, and I thought, ooh, that just makes me feel good. But I'm going to show you afterwards some variations with color too. So not to worry if that's got you concerned. So just like that. So then now this one is going to overlap both. So it's going to go like that. Now, I don't know if you're like me. I'm usually, you got to have an odd number, and this is an even number of trees, but for some reason it works, at least in my books. Now I'm just making sure that they're all in the spot that I want them to be. Let's just see. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to live dangerously and press that down. And now, instead of putting the dimensionals on the tree, I'm going to just put one, look, picked up an extra backing. I'm going to put them in the middle here, like that. And this is going to go on here, like that. Look at how easy. Isn't that the embossing folder on the second tree? Is this the one, Maggie? That's the one that's the circles. And then, but when you put a tree in and you only catch part of it, it goes like that. So that's the, what's it called? Dotted circles. It's this one here. Let me see. Let me put something behind it. So it's all those circles, but you can, it almost makes it look like ornaments on the tree. So now we can put it on our card. So this is just a very quiet card, quiet and gentle. And you could put it on with dimensionals, but because the trees are already on dimensionals, I think I'm just going to glue it right down. It would be your choice. And we are going to put a greeting on it, so we'll get to that in a minute. But I wanted to show you what I wanted to do with these two. I want to use these on the inside. So I'm going to have them going off the edge. Just wanted to carry the neutral tree theme through like that. And I'll just put some here. And then once it dries, I will snip it off. So we'll let that dry a little bit. This is bugging me. I got it a little low. There we go. There. Now, we could stamp a greeting on here and put it on here, but I still have lots of the greetings for you, mix and match. So I thought, why not just use one of these? So I'm going to bring in, oh, let's see. Should we bring in 'Tis the Season? It's nice and neutral. Oh, did you realize you can color these as well with your blends like this? But here I'm working on something. I've just taken the joy and kept repeating it on the banner. I'm going to do something with that. But we're going to go with this, and it is going to go on here with dimensionals again. So bring in our minis. Now, if you don't have the minis, you can always cut your other dimensionals in half or in quarters. Now, I always like to look and make sure they're not peeking through, because sometimes they do. And we'll put it, oh, let me just see. I think I'm going to put it there. And then I tied a little bow using the black and white and gold baker's twine. So I am nearly out. Look at that. I'm down to the very end. I have used this twine so much. And I'm going to bring in my glue dot and put that on. Roll it a little bit so it's long and narrow. And put that there. There we go, just like that. Now it's still looking a little bland. I'm going to cut this off so it's not distracting, and then we're going to jazz it up just a little bit more. But can you imagine how many cards you could make using this kind of idea? Just take a shape, whether it's an ornament or a tree or whatever, and it's just the outline. So it's really easy peasy, which is why I called it an easy peasy card. So now we're going to bring in, here they are, these sequins. Now I like to, when it's loose sequins like this, I like to use my embossing additions toolkit, just because if they spill, they're spilling in here. And I'm going to scatter some of these stars. So I'm going to put some here in the lid, because some of these stars are solid and some are open, and I just want the solid ones. I'm going to bring in my glue, and I think I'll put a star here. So I'm going to put a dab of glue everywhere I want a star. And we'll put one here. And how about here and here and here, and maybe, oh, I don't know, there and here. And I think we'll stop there and see how it looks. Some of those look like I got a little carried away with the glue. I'm gonna take a little of it off just with some scrap paper. There's a new glue there. There we go. So now this is why I love my Take Your Pick tool. It's got the putty end. I can pick up a star, pop it onto that glue. Where did I put the glue on here? I can't remember. I will come back to you. Okay. There we go. I've got a small one here just for a little, whoops, I got two. For a little variety. And we will get another small one. There. I'm going to blot that extra glue out afterwards. But don't the stars just add? They just change it totally. Oh, there's a lot of glue right there. There we go. Oh, it's down there. Okie dokie. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I've got a glob of glue there. I better put something on it. There we go. Just bring in my towel that I keep handy and blot some of it off. This old towel just goes through the wash and comes through perfectly. It's just so handy. And there you have it. Just like that, we have our card. The embellishments are so inexpensive, and you've got that type of look. So how many of you like this style of card? I saw some people looking pretty excited there for a little bit. And then on the inside, we've got this, and we can just stamp our greeting on the inside like that. Okay, let me just show you. This one was my original, so they look pretty much the same. And let's see. Now, what if I didn't want to do neutral colors? I thought, well, what if we did metallics? So here's metallics, and I actually only did 5 here. And I used the other shape. So from the, where did I put that? Here it is. So there are a couple of tree dies. So I used this shape as well, which I often think looks like a piece of pizza. So I used that one as well. So I changed it up a little bit. And instead of putting the stars right on the trees, I just did it in the background. You might say, well, our embossing folder isn't that long. But you know what? The join is here in the middle, and it's really hard to see the join. And so it worked out beautifully. So it's not a problem to do some embossing. So we stamped in the back here. We used an embossing folder here. And then I thought, what about sparkle? So here is that glimmer paper that goes with the Peaceful Garden. And in this one, I just I scored some lines down the middle just to add that. And I stamped this and tied a little ribbon, a sparkly ribbon, and a bow like that. So there you have those different looks. So you can see, like the paper we used last week, you could very easily use that as that patterned paper. It would look gorgeous. That reds, all the reds and the greens, and we have the green paper, the delicate pines. It would look so good too. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, how do you mail a slimline card? Remember, just your basic envelopes that you can buy at the stationery store or the dollar store. It will fit your slimline envelopes. They're designed, remember, we design our cards to fit the envelopes, right? So the other thing is, what if you don't want a slimline card? So I take this exact same idea that we did tonight, and this is a regular size card. I pared it down to 5 trees, and I just stamped the greeting down here and embossed it. But it is the same idea, lots of neutrals, and there you have it like that. Now you might say, well, I like this idea, but I don't need any more Christmas cards. I'm done. Well, I'm so happy for you. I'm not. So I've got a ways to go. I thought, well, any basic shape you could do this with, right? So I decided to try it with circles. So here it is with circles, same as the card we did tonight. This one here, I guess, only just with the circles and like that. And I have some special birthdays coming up in December. I have an aunt who is turning 90, and my mom is turning 100 between Christmas and New Year's. So I am thinking this might be a birthday card for one of them. I am really liking that. So remember, you can take one design, switch out the papers, switch out the size, switch out the shape, and you are good to go with whatever. So some of you are asking, what size circle was that? I actually just used my 2-inch circle punch. So for that, but you could use any circles or whatever shapes. So there's an idea. Question for you. What other shapes could you use? What might you use? And how many of you think that you might try something like this? I just think it is so much fun. I was going to show a different card tonight, but this has been sitting on my desk for a while, and I couldn't wait any longer to show you. So I hope that you like it as much as I do, and that it's inspiring you to try a little something like this. All right? So remember, tomorrow, Black Friday sale starts. So take advantage of that. And if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out. All right? Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.